Hi. I finally managed to wake up and first thing I want to do, I would call this morning, but it's 1 p.m. But first thing I want to do today is kind of reread that chapter, and now that I'm like fully up and functioning, my brain kind of processed what happened in the chapter. So I did a pretty bad reaction video last night, if I were to guess. I haven't watched it yet, but to recap, Big Mom finally gets the cake, and in devouring it, they go to a bit of flashback showing that Sanji is very considerate of Big Mom eating the cake, and he's, you know, looking forward to her having it. And the whole point of this chapter kind of shows, like, man, Big Mom is very ungrateful. Like, she does not give a shit about that cake being made by whoever. She just devoured it, and basically at the very end of the chapter wrecks the person who made it for her, which is very sad. But yeah, and we also get a really cool panel drawn by Oda. They're all cool, but of Big Mom showing how much she loves that cake. And then finally it gets to a panel of everyone thanking Pudding, basically, and talking about how Chiffon is a traitor and all this stuff, and Pudding is just in the back of an alley not wanting these compliments. And you know, I actually have, this actually kind of goes a bit, oh, I'll get to that, but I'll just go through the whole recap of the chapter. Yeah, Jinbei's whole crew sending them off, and then Stupid Oven appears and just instantly wrecks all of them. That wasn't the best plan, I guess. And then Big Mom's ship is almost there, and I guess the amount of love she feels for this cake, I guess, channels her power to have her ship. Yeah? Okay. So I'm going through the... No! I'm going through the chapter one more time again, and I'm seeing Big Mom's ship page after page just wreck certain people. First she kind of like misses, you know, the Sunny Go, and then wrecks Germa 66 and hits their castle thing. So that's, I guess, insane. And she's like dancing around, you know, with all those like family members of hers that she had a long time ago. You know, kind of the idea of the memory of them, or they're inside her, I don't really know. But then it shows like a panel of all the Straw Hats freaking out, Luffy's pointing, and then suddenly their whole ship is hit and sinks, and boom, that is the end. And then, worst of all, One Piece is on break. Oh no! Okay, that was a really bad joke. Like, it wasn't even funny. Actually, I'm okay with the break. I kind of need the break anyways. I need to recover this coming week since the school term starts up again. So, it would be good for me to not have any stuff to make videos about and just be focused on school and getting a new dog and, damn it, and all that stuff I'm excited about. I know. Boom. Okay. But yeah, I want to talk theory. I know that kind of took me a while to get through talking about the chapter, but I actually have quite a bit of theory. And it's funny, I went onto the, you know, Reddit chapter 900 and saw some, I was scrolling through, I was like, come on, someone talk about pudding. Somebody talk about pudding. I found someone, they were like, oh, watch it be a memory thing. And I'm not gonna lie, that's actually what my theory has to do with. But if it helps, I've had this theory long before this chapter came out. Actually, let me put up that post, so then, ooh, and I have the pot. Yeah, the post is from someone named GamePoint, and they say it's all just a memory that Pudding implanted on everyone, which could or could not be a joke. But then, yeah, actually, someone else replied 7 hours ago, I guess when I was sleeping or something. But they said, wow. Well, the post of someone saying that they weren't looking forward to an idea of that, it looks like it was deleted. Wow, actually they got a lot of responses all of a sudden. Man, I wish I wasn't so tired last night and followed up. But yeah, I definitely like that theory. I'm on board with that. This person, comomellamo, replies with, "It's just Mama's fantasy while she eats. Same as when she was a kid. She will continue eating and eating, thinking everything is great, until she wakes up from her cake coma and realizes that the Straw Hat Crew, Derma, and FP Firepunk? I know it's Beige Capone's group or whatever, have all escaped and Title.END is empty. Some got eaten, some escaped. In her dream and Title.END have been eaten and destroyed. Pudding, whom in penance was hidden and waiting for Mama to wake up, will approach her and share the real memories of what happened. Mama will learn she not only destroyed her own kingdom, but also Mother Caramel and go into hiding." Well, I really liked that comment. I really liked that theory. So I guess I'll share my own. It actually very much differs from all that, but like I did think that in my chapter reaction video I do talk about how I think like Mom's gonna go into a frenzy and like do a bunch of crazy shit and then wake up and everyone's dead and she ate everybody again. But kind of mix that with comomellamo, their post, and you kind of get that whole their theory. Like that'd be really good. Though I don't think Pudding would restore Big Mom's memories. To be honest, I don't think Pudding is as loyal to Big Mom as people would think. I think she's kind of like forced into that. And when it's your own parent, you are super loyal because it's your parent. But that's it. You know you don't like this person. You're like, I don't like this person. I'm just doing this because this is like a parent of mine, you know, sort of deal. I'd call Big Mom a pretty unredeemable character at this point. A theory that I had actually was that maybe Pudding, this is different than Poison. I don't think this would break anything, but I think she could have possibly put a memory bullet into the cake that would sort of, I don't know, the theory makes a lot less sense, but basically Big Mom would eat it and she would be given these memories, like basically like perhaps Pudding is what caused her to have that big of a fantasy, but like we all know Big Mom is crazy enough to have just like fantasized all that on her own without any sort of memory abilities. But the theory I had long before this chapter was that that there's a lot of weird stuff about memories going on with all these characters that makes me think Pudding has definitely done something, and we're gonna get this big reveal that this whole arc we've been reading all up until this time is not what it seems. Some moments would be, if I'm remembering correctly, chapter 860 or 850. No, 850 is like the whole revealing Pudding's other side. But 860, yeah. In that chapter, the wedding is about to start, and the 5 big underworld people show up. And Sparrow, this is one of the first few examples of like, something is off about this. And he looks all scary and intimidating, or like really creepy in this panel. And then the very next panel is him handing out candy to a bunch of kids, and all these kids loving him, and him telling them not to eat any of the candy from the escalator for at least 2 to 3 minutes, meaning he's looking out for their like hygiene and stuff. And I was like, wow, that's surprising. And Katakuri is introduced in this chapter, and he prevents some of Beige's crew members from getting attacked from that person because he prevented the future from happening. He's been an oddly thoughtful and sweet character ever since meeting him, and I kind of get this feeling from a lot of them. And that same chapter, actually 860, I believe, there gets to a moment where someone asks Big Mom, like, who even is this person in the photo? And she says something like, don't you dare trespass upon my memories. And so there's so many like little panels like that throughout the whole arc that make me think, what did Pudding do? Because like, she must have done something. I think a possibility is that she might have wished she could have rewritten a bunch of people's memories to like her, and to like her third eye, and to love her, and give her all this stuff she deserved. But perhaps Pudding had too big of a conscience to use her ability to get people to like her because she learned that it wasn't real. I don't know. I get the feeling that there's going to be some real tragic stuff about it. And with this latest chapter and just seeing her, I guess, just seeing the reaction of where Pudding's at right now, that, man, that gets to me. I felt a lot like that kind of recently, sort of like when you have no choice but to leave this person you kind of fell for. For me, when I was doing that, I was just sitting here in my room, just really, quite honestly, a wreck, not sure what to do with each day. It's kind of like there's so much chaos going on, and Pudding could be doing something right now, but she's totally not. She's just sitting there. I think, so here's basically my theory for the future, of my whole future for like how Pudding could still join, basically. Trust me, once it gets far enough and like the future is not gonna be what it is, I'll stop with these theories. But until then, what I think might happen is, I don't think Pudding possibly did anything to Big Mom's memories. And Big Mom, a huge thing that was being commented by Perospero was that she was conscious that whole time. She was aware of what was going on. I think something that everybody might have forgotten is that Big Mom totally saw Pudding with the Straw Hats and helping them. I'm actually going to pull up that chapter now. Yeah, it's chapter 876 when she coincidentally appears. And yeah, Big Mom is angry and she says, Pudding, Chiffon, what are you doing over there? So like, she totally saw them and she totally launched an attack in their direction. So yeah, I'd like to believe that Big Mom remembers Pudding is associated with them at this point. And she's also the one who, I guess, failed this whole plan, this whole mission. So I think what she might be, I think the whole tragedy of this latest chapter, what we're looking at with that look of regret in her face, might slightly, you know, of course, be about everything going on, but like, she's sweating and like, you know, the lining around her eyes. To me, it looks like she knows about maybe inevitable death. She might know she has a death sentence awaiting her. I think she could do stuff with memories, but I think she's given up, kind of. I think the Straw Hats are going to learn that she is going to be killed, and they'll go save her, and then we have another Straw Hat. Or maybe not. I don't know. We won't know anything until chapter 901, but this chapter was, oh man, that's no fun. I didn't get any answers from this chapter. Man, it's a lot going on. Oh, and I can't believe I missed this. In the last chapter, or in the last page, top left panel is straight above the moon. I feel like once we learn about the moon, like going throughout all of One Piece and just seeing it, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I think I understand. Like, I don't know. I want the importance of the moon to be more explained in the future. But those are kind of the ideas and theories that I got from reading this chapter, and sort of kind of had from before it, and like just throughout time of reading the arc. But yeah, this, I guess, is the second part to my reaction video. Very upsetting that I don't seem as like pumped It's not necessarily food poisoning, but there's some stuff that gets in the way of me being 100% amped, like I normally am, I guess. So, it makes me kind of want to, like, not do these videos and, do them a different time. But, like, they're called reaction videos, and I read it, and I reacted, so these are the videos that I'm gonna post. Not my most exciting videos for myself. I'm gonna watch these and probably be like, yeah, I'm kind of bored, but oh well, like, I can see stuff. I'm just gonna stop talking now. I am gonna go. Anyone from the Reddit site who might have been able to make it through all these videos, like the length of this video and my reaction video, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I actually do have a lot that I would like to talk about with anybody. If anyone wants any sort of discussion or me to make any video regarding questions, I would love to make a video about that. I can answer questions because I don't need to be super amped for questions. I can just answer them honestly. So if anyone has questions and wants me to make a video where I answer a bunch of them, that would be really cool. If not, you know, that's okay. My day will come. But yeah, have a really good rest of the week, and then next week, and then finally next One Piece chapter. Hopefully time doesn't go too slow for everybody, and we all get an awesome chapter. Oh, and finally, the last thing that makes me think this could have a lot to do with, you know, Big Mom's just fantasizing this outcome, or that Pudding did something to the memories of her and none of this happened and the Straw Hats are fine, is that the chapter is literally titled Bad End Musical, and so that lets me believe there's going to be a good end musical. Also, they've already kind of done wordplay with that with chapters. Back when the wedding was starting, they had 3 chapters that were called The Actor, The Intelligent, and then The Chivalrous. So they had different, you know, I guess, outcomes of what was going on. And if we go with that, the first one, The Actor, that's obviously Pudding, so this can be sort of like maybe the chapter outcome of maybe something Pudding did. But, you know, this is all just, like, pulling some strings together sort of deal. But yeah, okay, I'm going to stop now. Bye.